Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Memes the Week. You can support this channel through the PayPal Subscribe Star links below. Any and all donations are helpful. Nothing is too big or too small. Also, before I get on with the memes, first a word from today's sponsor, Justin Vacula. If you don't want the credit card companies to drain your bank account like Count Dracula, then you need Justin Vacula. He's got the best deals on credit cards like this Chase Ink Preferred Business Card, where if you spend $8,000 in the first 3 months, you get $1,000 cash back, or $1,250 towards travel rewards when you redeem through Chase Ultimate Rewards. That's 12.5% cash back, or 15.6% value that you can use toward your trips. It's the card on the far right side. He also has a podcast to help you save money in other ways. Sponsor links are down below. Now back with the memes. Number one is Elizabeth going on about how conservative men are going on about women's body counts and keep using the term promiscuous. She says that just because a woman has sex with a lot of people doesn't mean that she lacks judgment. She's implying that promiscuous women just want a variety of sexual experiences. We all know where this lady will end up, with boxed wine and Catland. The truth is both are true. Women lack judgment and they also want sexual variety. Moving on, we have the difference between American women and Thai women. Which way forward, young man? If I had to choose, I'd rather put a boomstick on my scrotum and pull the trigger. Going your own way is the only option given these two choices. You can also use your hands if you prefer. Also, if you think that 4-inch male boomstick tucked between the ladyboy's buttocks is a bonus, then you're gay. Number 3 is Beta Bob asking for dating advice because his wife named their 5-year-old son after her first love. She's clearly an alpha widow, and there's a good chance this guy isn't the father. He better do a DNA test to make sure it's actually his son. Maybe she has a reverse Oedipus complex or something. The only way this would slightly be acceptable is if the first love guy passed away. Otherwise, this guy just learned these plan B. Up next is a woman saying that she's not going to meet her future husband until she quits OnlyFans, because the good guys that she wants aren't okay with it. This makes me laugh because she thinks that quitting will make things better for her. Guys will eventually find out because her pictures are all over the internet. All it's going to take is one of his friends finding out and telling him. You know, this woman is probably going to try out for the Miss Tradwife 2024 competition to get some of her honor back. Number 5, I ask, would you smash this AI-generated McDonald's thought in her Big Muff with your Big Mac and let that secret sauce slide down the slit? In my 20s, women like this were my weakness and my kryptonite, and my type. Not anymore. But today I wouldn't put my McNuggets anywhere near one like this. The only fat women I used to go near were the ones with pretty faces. I never quite figured out why I liked them like this before. This next meme is almost implying that because most 23-year-old women are dating 30-year-old guys, the younger guys and older women need to get together, instead of being single. In reality, the 23-year-old guy should be dating the 18 or 19-year-olds, and the 30-year-old woman needs to be dating 40-year-old men. At first, this looks to be very pro-male, but if you think about it, as a young guy getting together with older women, you're saving her from her bad decisions, so don't do it. Number 7 is the singer Halsey identifying as tri-bi, bipolar, bisexual, and biracial. I found her attractive when she was in her early 20s, but today she would definitely be in the dictionary under the definition of red flags. Let's also not forget the tattoos and turquoise hair as red flags as well. I think we should throw in some daddy issues in there, and her failure will be complete. Moving on is a single mother that says men always compliment her on her beauty, and then dump her because she has 2 kids and was divorced. I think this is another dating ad disguised as a news story. I'll bet you anything that the lamestream media is cashing in on getting women like this to pay to publicize their used puss. But seriously, here we have a woman that's learned that actions have consequences. Keep spreading the good word, gentlemen, because we need to eradicate as many simps as possible to wreck what few options single mothers have remaining. Number 9 is a guy posting on a non-monogamy forum that he heard his wife and her partner insulting him during sex, and that he's now seriously questioning their future together. He's 4 years younger, and I'm seriously questioning his manhood for putting himself in this situation to begin with. America, land of the land whale, and home of the cuck. Number 10 is Kay Adams with their first grade class in 2002, and then her first grade class in 2013 when they're seniors. Gee, what could possibly be different here? I think the darker skinned children were super advanced and skipped ahead 2 or 3 grades, and are already out of college saving the world from the problems that whites created. Either that or the second grade was too hard for them and they quit, and are now selling apples and pencils on the street. Up next is a woman that's a full-time wife, getting up at 6 a.m., making breakfast and cleaning, and says that if women look after their men and children the way that she does, they wouldn't be getting divorced. Having a purpose, which is taking care of her family, probably makes her much more sane than 99% of the women out there. If you carry a burden in life, you tend to be more grateful and not complain as much. Number 12 is a single mother with mixed-race children wondering how she should actually show her child to prospective men for the first time. I think she probably burned the coal and is now paying the toll. She says that when she shows them a picture of the boy, they either ghost her or tell her that the relationship isn't going anywhere and leave her. She says sometimes the interest disappears from their face when they see the kid. Maybe show the son at the beginning. But she won't because then she would never get a date. She probably wants to paint these men as racists, but she's the one that lied through omission. Moving on is a woman that went from beautiful to batshit crazy in only 1 year. Is this what happens when you major in feminism and minor in carousel riding? Is it the woke professors or the promiscuous college lifestyle that made her this way? Number 14 is a McDonald's ad in Japan, and it makes you wonder if Hamburglar here is responsible for this. I guess he steals fur burgers too. Some people say that just because the father has dark hair, so will the son. But that's not the case, and here's some proof. I also have my mother's hair color instead of my father's. Up next, I ask if you would actually smash her or play Counter-Strike 2 with her. If you say her, you might consider passing because there's actually an Adam's apple peeking out there. As Admiral Akbar once said, it's a trap. This is Finster, the most popular woman male of all time. His dad helps him with his makeup and outfits. He streams as both a male and female. Number 16 happened a while back in Canada with an actual Nazi in the Canadian Parliament, being honored for fighting the Russians. But the people didn't check his background, or did they? Chrystia Freeland, the woman clapping the most enthusiastically in this picture and standing behind Trudeau, is the Deputy Prime Minister of Canada. And she's also descended from goose-stepping Nazis. So it makes you wonder if she's behind this to stir up some drama, because we know women love doing that. Moving on, I ask, would you do this woman? And I wouldn't, but it's actually a shame because she's gorgeous without all that ink. For me, any ink is just too much ink. This woman is covered in more red flags than there are countries in Africa. If you do get together with her, then you need to wear one condom for every tattoo that she has. Number 18, speaking of flags, this guy burned an Alphabet People flag that was hanging from a church. I thought this was a fake news story, but it actually happened in 2019. It happened in Iowa. I would imagine that it would be life in prison if he burned a gay flag in California or Massachusetts. His life has been destroyed. Yet burning an American flag has no punishment at all. I guess that tells you who runs the country. Up next is a woman posting that she won't wash her father's dirty plates because she told him that she's a feminist. Later she updates the situation and lets everyone know that she's washing the dishes because her father said that she can be a feminist outside the house. I'll bet you anything he was ready to kick her out, and that then she bent her knee to his authority. Looks like Shaniqua has a good father here. Number 20, it looks like Rosie O'Donnell and Carrot Top are having a secret senior citizen affair. Rosie looks like she was so badly pulverized by the wall that even her smile looks like a frown. I said that they hit the wall so hard that they became one with the wall. One guy says, no man, they ain't the wall. They're just the crash test dummies. Moving on, we have an HIV positive woman, and somehow her son slept with her unknowingly. She says that she woke up with him on top of her and is now worried that she's pregnant or that he has HIV. Tell me you're from Alabama without actually telling me that. Her son is 15 and she said that before he raped her, they both shared the same bed together and they both bathed in front of one another. I don't even know what to say about this story. It has to be fake. Number 22 is a French tourist recounting how he impregnated 600 women in African countries. And I completely believe that because a lot of black women are looking for lighter-skinned babies. Now I really want to see them go after him for child support. And most will probably get one Sheena Ibu coin each. This man has probably created 600 AIDS babies alone. Go Frenchie. Number 23, we have Liz Adams telling everyone that she's happily married to her 5'5" king for 8 years, while many other women are getting ghosted by 6'2" alcoholics. She says go off and date the tall men and watch your life fall apart, why don't you? It really makes you wonder how tall he really is when he's standing on all his money. If women treated average men better, then we'd have a better world, but they don't. Up next is a woman with and without her makeup and teeth the morning after the nightclub. I say it's a bonus to get a BJ with no teeth. This is also probably why you should never pick a woman to date from a dimly lit nightclub. The crazy thing is that she probably thinks that she's a 10 too. You know that if porn is ever made illegal, then makeup needs to be made illegal as well. I would say that's a fair trade. Then you could see how rare beauty in women really was. Number 25 and the last one is an 18-year-old guy named Arthur filming his mother's racy content and telling her what saucy positions to get into. This is going on in Brazil and they were going clubbing where Arthur watches his mom make out with strange men. It's like she's cucked her own son or something. Her ex-husband Tiago Lopez fumed about this, asking, what about a mother who takes her own son to a whorehouse to watch her rub against other men? This is also an actual news story and not fake news. So that's it for another Memes of the Week. Give this video a thumbs up to help it in the algorithm. Also remember, I make these for free, so donate if you can at the PayPal and Subscribe Star links below for more content like this. Anyways, enjoy the rest of your day, and cheers.